Reality TV villain Spencer Pratt wants to run Los Angeles, and thanks to a devastating wildfire, he might actually have a shot.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a movie script, but it is very real.
It really does. So just to set the stage for you listening, it is May 31st, 2026.
Right.
The June 2nd jungle primary for Los Angeles mayors is just 2 days away. And the city is basically sitting on a powder keg right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they are staring down a massive budget deficit. There are 44,000 unhoused residents on the streets, and, well, they're still dealing with the deep scars of those deadly 2025 wildfires.
Yeah, those fires killed 31 people, destroyed, what, 13,000 homes?
Exactly. And right in the middle of this crisis, we have a razor-thin three-way tie.
Right. You've got the incumbent, Mayor Karen Bass, fighting for her political life.
Mm-hmm.
You have progressive city council member Nithya Raman. And then, in this massive plot twist, former MTV star Spencer Pratt.
It's wild. So welcome to today's deep dive. We're going to explore how a former reality TV star turned a personal tragedy into a serious political threat.
And what this election really tells us about the future of America's second largest city.
Right. We pulled a ton of sources for this. We are looking at local news reports from CBS and FOX11, deep dive articles from Leftist and The Guardian, city polling data.
We even looked at Kelsey betting odds and official city clerk documents.
Yeah, we went deep. And before we jump in, we just want to make it crystal clear to you listening that these sources contain highly charged political viewpoints.
Very charged.
From all across the spectrum.
Right. And we are not taking any sides here. We don't endorse any candidates.
Definitely not. We are simply unpacking the facts and the ideas just as they exist in the source material.
Exactly. So to really understand why this race is tied, we have to start by looking at the ash and the ambition left behind by those January 2025 wildfires.
Right. Let's look at the incumbent mayor base. On paper, she actually has some pretty strong statistics.
She does. I mean, she points to a 17.5% drop in people living on the streets.
And a decline in violent crime, right? Yes. But, and this is a big but, burglaries are rising. The city has that massive budget deficit right before they host the 2026 World Cup. And voters are just furious about the wildfire recovery.
Oh, the anger is palpable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the 2025 fires. Like we said, 13,000 homes destroyed. In the Pacific Palisades neighborhood alone, 4,000 homes burned to the ground. And here is the craziest part. Due to slow permits, only 10 of those homes have been rebuilt.
Wait, really? Just 10?
Just 10 out of 4,000. Because the bureaucracy is just that slow.
Wow. And Mayor Bass faced intense heat because, well, she was out of the country during the blazes.
Right, which is terrible optics.
Yeah. And then investigative reporters found out that a city after-action report was secretly edited?
Yeah, they actively removed sections that showed the leadership failures during the crisis.
Okay, let's unpack this, because you can look at Bass like a CEO facing a massive PR disaster.
Exactly.
I mean, even if the violent crime numbers look good on a spreadsheet, the visual of a burning city and then this slow, secret bureaucracy, it completely overwrites the data for voters.
What's fascinating here is why this specific disaster shifted the political map.
Right. How so?
Well, think about these affluent areas like the Palisades. Normally, they don't rely heavily on day-to-day city services, you know. They have private security, private schools.
Sure.
But when a fire comes, you suddenly desperately need the city. And when they felt abandoned by the establishment, it sparked this massive wave of anger.
And that anger created the perfect opening for a political outsider.
Exactly. The anger needed a lightning rod.
Mm-hmm.
And it found one in a guy who actually lost his own home in those exact fires.
Enter Spencer Pratt.
Right, the guy from MTV's The Hills.
Yeah, the classic 2000s reality TV villain. He lost his childhood home in the Palisades.
And now he is suing the city, right?
Yes, he's suing the city and the Department of Water and Power. He claims they failed to maintain water pressure in the hydrants during the fires.
Oh, wow. So he's using that as his main angle.
Completely. He literally calls Bays the mayor who let the town burn down.
That is aggressive.
It is. And he films his campaign ads in an Airstream trailer parked right on his burnt-out property.
That is quite the visual.
Yeah, it's visceral. And he's running this very aggressive digital-first campaign. He uses these freelance gig workers called clippers.
Oh, right. Like people who chop up podcast videos.
Exactly. They post all these short clips on TikTok. Plus, he shares these bizarre AI-generated videos of himself.
Like what kind of video?
Like him dressed as Batman or having literal lightsaber duels with Mayor Bass.
Well, kidding.
No, it's everywhere online. And he has backing from major influencers. Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Steve Bannon.
Wow, that's a heavy-hitting list.
Yeah, but he tries to walk this tightrope. He claims to be an independent in a nonpartisan race because, he has to win over a deep blue city.
Which is not easy. But right now, the Kalshi betting markets actually give Pratt a 78% chance to advance to the November runoff.
78%, that is huge.
Here's where it gets really interesting. You look at Pratt's reality TV past, right? Is this just performance art designed for clicks? Or is it a brilliant strategy to bypass traditional media entirely?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, you can see the strategy. Pratt is using these Trumpian tactics to appeal directly to young men online.
Right, using aggressive nicknames. He calls her Karen Basura, which means garbage in Spanish.
Yeah. But winning the internet does not guarantee you winning an election.
True.
It's especially in a city where Democrats outnumber Republicans 3-1. You actually need people to cast ballots.
Right. And this race isn't just about internet memes and fire recovery,
No, not at all.
It is a serious battle over how to fix LA's biggest everyday problems. And there is a third major candidate splitting the vote.
Right. City Council member Nithya Raman.
Exactly. And she is tied with both of them right now.
So how do all three of them compare on the actual issues, like homelessness?
Okay, so on homelessness, Base defends the housing first model. The idea is you give people homes before requiring drug treatment or anything.
Get them off the street first.
Right. But Pratt pushes a strict treatment first model.
Which means what, exactly?
He promises mass arrests to clear the encampments. And he wants to build a giant rehab facility on federal land.
That sounds intense.
Yeah. He also promises to clean up the metro transit system with heavy policing.
And what about Raman?
Well, meanwhile, Raman focuses heavily on housing affordability and the cost of living. That message is winning her big support from young voters and renters.
Which makes sense. I mean, the cost of living there is crushing.
Exactly. The city is also fighting over Measure ULA. Have you heard of the mansion tax?
Yeah, that's the tax on real estate sales over $5 million, right?
You got it. It actually raised $1.1 billion for affordable housing.
Which sounds great on paper.
Right. But critics say it completely stopped developers from building new apartments because it killed their profit margins.
Unintended consequences. So the polls are really showing a dead heat right now.
Yep. Recent polling of likely voters shows Bass at 26%, Raman at 25%, and Pratt at 22%.
That is incredibly close.
So what does this all mean? We have three entirely different treatments for LA. But it's like treating a medical symptom versus curing the disease. Can any of them actually cut through the bureaucratic red tape to solve a 44,000-person crisis?
Right. The bureaucracy is famously awful.
I mean, just to get on the ballot, candidates had to pay $300 fees and manually gather 500 signatures.
This raises an important question about the reality of these campaign promises.
Yeah, how realistic are they?
Well, take Pratt's plan. He wants to build a massive rehab center instantly. But building anything in Southern California takes years.
Decades, even.
Exactly. And since no one is likely to get 50% of the vote on June 2nd, the top two are going to face a brutal runoff on November 3rd.
It's going to be a messy 5 months.
Definitely.
So why should you care about this if you don't live in LA?
That's the big question.
Well, this race is the ultimate test case. It shows how modern American cities react to severe crises.
Yeah. It shows how affordability shapes voter anger.
And it shows how a fed-up electorate might just hand the keys to a reality TV star if they feel the establishment has failed them.
It's happened before, and it could happen here.
Right. So we want to leave you with one final thought to explore on your own.
Something to mull over.
If a candidate armed with freelance TikTok clippers and AI-generated videos can disrupt one of the biggest, most established political machines in America,
Yeah.
what happens when this exact digital playbook comes to the local mayoral or city council races in your own hometown?